welcome back to Mama Sue's Kitchen today. I didn't intend to have a recipe today. I had thought all along I might do every other day because I sure don't want to wear my welcome out. But yesterday was my grandson's birthday, and tonight he's eating with us and I'm fixing his favorites. And some of you have already asked for this recipe, so I thought I'd go ahead and share it. It's my chicken casserole recipe. Seems like all my grandchildren love this. But I've already put some things out ready. It calls for a 9 by 13 pan, and I lightly sprayed it with Pam. Now it calls for you to line the bottom of it with chicken. If you wanted to, you could get the chicken that is in the cans at Sam's or Walmart, but you want the white chicken breast. And if you use those cans, you're gonna need 3 of them for this. But this morning I just got up and I put some chicken breast in a pot to boil. And I'm just gonna spread this around just like I would if it was the chicken in the can. Now, if you use the chicken that's in a can, you're gonna wanna drain it in a colander. And it says it's in water, but I always run water over mine also. I think that's enough. I'll use this for some chicken salad or something. May put just a little bit more. But you wouldn't have quite that much if you were gonna use the canned chicken anyway. Now the next layer that you use is you use 16 ounces of sour cream and 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. So I'm gonna mix those together. This is my sour cream, that's 16 ounces. Two cans of cream of chicken soup. Get all that good stuff out of there. And I just use, you know, you can use Campbell's if you want to, but the Great Value or the Aldi cream of chicken is just as good in this because I've used all of it. And you really can't tell a difference. Now you want to mix this really good. Just stir it until that sour cream is mixed in with your 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. Sometimes, well, most every time, I cook rice to go with this. But I'm not going to cook rice tonight. Guess one thing, Keith will eat just about anything, and I get he loves Mexican rice. But he doesn't eat plain rice, so I've cooked some peas out of the garden and some green beans out of the garden. I'm going to fry some okra and have the chicken casserole with some tomatoes and cucumbers and onions, and you can't beat that. I don't know if y'all are having trouble at your house with flies, but we are over here, and it may be because we're close to a pasture. I don't know, but I'm really fighting these flies. I don't like it at all. Now, you just spread it. You don't, it's kind of like that cobbler I told you about. You're not going to mix it up. Just put it on top of the chicken. Then you take 1 stick of butter. I use real butter. You melt it. The recipe calls for 1 sleeve of crackers. I learned this from Brenda Gant. You just have to mash it down, and then you kind of crush them with your hands. Look at my fingers from shelling so many purple hull peas, but I promised you I washed my hands right before I started this. But anyway, just gonna open that in there. And y'all, more is better. So I'm taking a half of a sleeve. I'm doing the same thing. So I add 1.5 sleeves of Ritz crackers, Townhouse, whatever you want to. And I mix it in with that melted butter. Just make sure I'm getting it all coated with that butter. I have done that. Okay? Now, I use my hands. God gave us these hands, and if they're clean, I think He intends for us to use them as we cook. So I do this so it will be kind of spread evenly. It's been a pretty day today. It's awful hot though. Woo! Scout's down at my feet, so if anything gets on the floor, he cleans it up for us. You see how that extra, just that extra half a sleeve made a big difference. You got more coverage. Now, some people, most of the time, I put it in the oven just like that. But you can sprinkle poppy seed on top. That's why sometimes people will say, oh, I love poppy seed chicken. I think it just gives it a crunch. But that's all. You cook it on 350 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes until it's bubbly. And y'all, this is an easy casserole, but it is really good. I think you're gonna love it. Most of you probably already have it. That was my oven heating up. That was perfect timing for it. But anyway, you put 3 cans of chicken, if you use the canned chicken, in the bottom of your casserole. Then you mix 16 ounces of sour cream, 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, mix it together real good, spread it, melt a stick of butter, and then use at least a sleeve of Ritz crackers crushed, but a sleeve and a half is better. If you want to use your poppy seeds, you can, you don't have to. But we're gonna put it in the oven. That's gonna be really, really good. I'm gonna set it for 35 minutes and I'll check it. But I'm gonna make a strawberry cobbler for him too. I asked Keith if he wanted cake. He said, no, I want strawberry cobbler. Make it just like the peach cobbler that I showed you how to make, and it'll be delicious. Thank you so much for joining and liking this page. I looked earlier today, and in a week we've gotten 700 and something followers. Won't be long before we'll have 1,000, and it just does my heart good. But you know what I'm about to say, I hope. I hope you will always be salt and light for Jesus. I went in a store yesterday afternoon. We have to wear masks starting tonight if we're out in public. But Harold and I used our mask yesterday, and I noticed you can see people's eyes. And even though you can't see their face, your eyes tell a story. So when you're out and about, let people see Jesus through your eyes and the way you treat them. Thank you again for joining us, and you have just a great day.